Hey everybody, it's Star the Flippin' Hippo. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel at Flippin' Hippos. Today I'm just going to take some time to do a vlog. There's a couple of things I wanted to talk to y'all about. And then at the end, I'm going to take a small amount of time to rant about some things that have been grinding my gears a little bit. I am also going to attempt to do this in one take without any editing. So let's see how that goes. Today's May 1st. So, happy May, everybody. It is a new month, and I like to take the beginning of a new month as the opportunity to go over my goals, go over my schedule, see what's working, see what isn't, and be flexible and change what I need to. It's the opportunity to make new goals, to be a better you. A lot of people wait for the new year to get that feeling of, oh, everything's new and I'm going to be a better me. Honestly, I get that feeling like pretty much every Monday morning. I wake up and I think, hey, it's a new week. I can do better this week than I did last week. But I especially get that feeling every single month on the first of a month. To me, it's like it's a whole brand new month. It's a whole brand new month. So anything I screwed up on in April, anytime I was lazy or didn't do what I was supposed to do, that's all forgiven and that's all in the past. And now I can move forward with May and be better. Yard sale season. I wanted to touch briefly upon that. The weather here finally feels like it's actually spring. Yay. And actually they were calling for 80 degrees tomorrow. So I think we're going to go right from cold to hot and not even have a spring. But I'm still elated that it's warm. I'm not a big fan of the cold. And it'll be nice to just, you know, slip on some flip-flops to go down to the post office every day, rather than have to take the time to lace up snow boots and put on a hoodie and a coat and all that stuff. Yard sale season. So I'm actually going to do a video in the next coming weeks about items that you can be on the lookout for when you're out yard selling, your yard sale bolos. And I think I mentioned this before, but I'm going to show y'all real quick. The app we use, excuse me, to find yard sales in our area. It is called the Yard Sale Treasure Map. It pulls from Craigslist and other publications where people put out ads for their yard sales, their estate sales, their church sales. It all those kinds of sales where people would put out ads. This app pulls from many different publications and puts them all in one convenient place for you. So it is the one over here. I have no depth perception, but y'all can see it. And when you touch it, it says Yard Sale Treasure Map, and then it pulls up a map with all these red dots. Those red dots are sales that are near you. And up here you can pick the day, Saturday or Sunday, that you want to look at. And when you touch a red dot, it will briefly tell you what kind of sale it is and its address. And then if you touch it again, it will show you the original ad that this person put out, whether it was on Craigslist or somewhere else. This app is invaluable. Invaluable. Everybody needs to get it. Yard Sale Treasure Map, and it is available for both Android and Apple phones. Everyone needs it. You need it. We plan our entire Saturdays around that app. We pull it up, we follow a trail of red dots around town. So yeah, I did want to show you guys that. And I've already talked about how like a new month is a time to go over your goals, go over your schedules, change what needs changing, guys. Flexibility is so important in life in general, because we all know life happens. Things, you have to be willing to roll with the punches with life. But I think in our line of work, it's even more important. When you have an eBay store, or you sell on Posh or Macari or Facebook Marketplace, wherever your platform is, when you work from home and you are your own boss, you have to be flexible. You have to be willing to change things when they aren't working for you, because you don't work for a company anymore that has a boardroom of people that decide what is or what isn't working for this company, and then makes new policies and puts them into place for you as an employee. That's your job now. You have to be the one you have to be everything. You know, you have to be the board of directors who decides what is and what isn't working for your business. And you have to make these new policies and put them into place. And then you, as the employee that works for yourself, has to follow these new policies. So you have to be willing to consistently and constantly, don't wait for Monday, don't wait for the first of the month or the new year or the new quarter. Just consistently be aware of what is and what isn't working that you're doing. If something is working, don't change it by all means. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? But if something isn't working, you've got to be willing to change whatever it is. Whether your goals are set too high or maybe your goals are set too low and you're consistently meeting them and not challenging yourself. Maybe you say, you know, Thursday's my day to record my YouTube videos, but you find more often than not you're running out of time after whatever other tasks are on your schedule that day, and you're not getting that particular one done. You may need to sit down and either move, you know, your YouTube videos to a different day, or look at what else you're doing on Thursdays and maybe move those things. Prioritize, and just be flexible. What made me actually think about this morning was, I believe I was in the shower. It's where I do all my best thinking. I was thinking about how it's, you know, getting to be yard sale season, and Keith and I have decided that starting this Saturday, we're going to start yard selling again, which changes so much in my schedule. First of all, I am used to sleeping in until about 8 o'clock on Saturdays. Now I have to get up at 6. I have said before in another video, when we do yard sales, we get up at 6 in the morning. It gives us time to get ready for the day. I exercise every morning. And we also pack a cooler because we spend the whole day out. We do all the yard sales until about 1 or 2. And then we go to our local honey pot thrift. So we're out all day. So we do pack a cooler of breakfast, lunch, snacks, everything. And then we sit down with the map and plan our day. And we're out the door by 7:30, 7:45. So we do get up at 6. So that changes. I'm used to sleeping until 8. Now I have to be up at 6. And that also will change my Friday night. You know, I'm used to staying up a little bit later on Fridays and watching a movie. I'm going to have to go to bed a little earlier. And by the time we get home, I'm going to be exhausted. So, like, Saturday used to be my day to make YouTube videos. And I don't know that that's going to happen, because when I'm up at 6 and I'm yard selling all day, and then I go to the honey pot thrift and bring all of it inside, I'm just going to be too tired. So I'm going to have to pick a different day to do YouTube videos. And something else big. Oh, Friday night is our night to eat out. But now I'm thinking maybe we want to switch that to Saturday being our night to eat out, because how tired we're going to be when we get home. We're not going to want to cook. We're not going to want to do dishes. It'd be easier to just grab something and bring it home, or order in takeout instead of eating out on Friday night. So that, I was just thinking, like, all these things, like just adding one thing to our lives, adding in the yard sales, is going to change so much in my schedule, and I have to be willing to be flexible. And it's like a domino effect. Like, if we do choose to eat out on Saturday and not Friday, now I have to have my menu include Friday night. I have to go to bed earlier on Friday. Which day I choose to do YouTube videos on now? What did I normally do on the day, and where can I move that? So I just had all these thoughts, and I just thought I'd, like, touch upon that here, like, just letting everyone know you have to be willing to be flexible all the time. And I am really, really, really big. I love routines. I love doing the same thing in the same order every single day as far as work is concerned. But even then, like I said, it's always written in pencil, and I'm willing to change it, but I'm saying from day to day. Like, things happen in life, doctor's appointments. If those of you that have kids change a lot, right? Things can happen last minute, and you have to be willing to roll with the punches and be flexible and prioritize. And, you know, sometimes you're going to have to give up something. and not replace it. Like if you do 20 listings a day and something came up on Tuesday, can you do 40 on Wednesday, or are you just gonna have to let those 20 go this time? Okay, guys, I need a drink. My throat is dry. Okay. So, we're to the part where I want, excuse me, that was probably really loud. I'm sorry. We're to the point where I want to rant a little bit. So we had a buyer. Oh my gosh. We had this buyer this weekend who bought 2 shirts and then decided they didn't want them. And it just so happened that it was Sunday and we were at dinner with Kay's grandparents. And then after dinner we went for a drive. Yes, we are 80 years old and we go for drives, but that's besides the point. We were with family and we were having family time, and it was Sunday. And this person, between 6:01 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. sent 8 messages demanding that we cancel both orders, and they needed us to hurry up and do it because it's Sunday and they don't want it to ship out. Just like one after the other. They flooded messages, 8 of them in like an hour and a half, and just the same thing over and over. Cancel, it's Sunday. Hurry, you have time. Hurry, you have time. And I'm like, when I finally saw them, I was like, they do understand that we do the shipping, right? I don't know. Like, the messages made it sound like they thought if it wasn't canceled by Sunday night, it would ship out Monday morning. But obviously, I don't know. We saw the messages before we did shipping. And I did something that I would never, I don't know. I was snarky. I wrote a message and I was snarky. And it probably went against everything that I have ever said in any of my how to handle customers and do great customer service videos. But I wrote them back and I said, per your 8 messages, I have canceled your orders and refunded you. As you mentioned several times, it was Sunday, and that is the one day a week our team takes the day off to spend time with family. So we apologize for the delay. You know what they wrote back and said? Oh, thank you very much. So I don't know that they got my snark, which, whatever. I really wanted them to understand my snark. Because, come on, whether it's Sunday or Wednesday or Friday or Monday, you don't send 8 messages in an hour and a half. You send 1. You wait for your response. If they don't answer by, like, the morning or 24 hours, you know you could send another one. Okay. And then this one bothers me. Because I sat down Sunday evening. We got home from family time and we staged all of our shipping for Monday. And I pulled all the items that I had questions on and did the measurements and answered all the customers. But we had so many messages that I was answering where the answers to their questions were in the listing. And it just, I got to a point where I was maybe even being a little snarky to these people. The answers in the listing. Please find the measurements you're asking for in the description. Because it was just like not even just a couple. It was a lot. Like items that had the measurements in the MFing description. And they're like, I want the waist, the hips, the inseam, the rise. And that's all like right there. What color is it? Just like so many questions where if you had actually looked at the listing, you could have answered your own question and saved me time. And you know what else bothers me? Every single reseller I know complains about this very thing I'm saying right now. Nobody ever reads the description. These buyers want to return things all the time because they don't pay attention, or they don't fully read the description, or they don't fully look at the listing. They don't read. We all complain about it. But did you know that like over half of the resellers that complain about the buyers who don't read them damn selves? over and over again in like the Facebook groups, you see messages where people are commenting, and you can tell clearly by their comment that they didn't read the entire original post. And it's just like, and then y'all are going to be the ones that are back here tomorrow complaining about your buyer that didn't read something. I told y'all this is going to be a rant. You know what else bothers me in these Facebook groups? These pissing contests between, it's usually men, but I don't want to be sexist, but you'll have two buyers who are arguing for no good reason. You never know what started it. It's usually something dumb. And they're like, well, I've been selling for this many years, and this is my sell-through rate, and I make this much money. And then they start like bragging and trying to top each other off, and they just come off as like asinine buttheads. And I make more money than you. I've been selling longer than you. And then I don't know, it just reminds me of like, I don't even know what it reminds me of. I just wanted to mention it. I've seen it a lot lately where they're just like having a pissing contest, and it's like, who cares? Like, who cares? Stay in your own lane and worry about yourself. I don't need to prove myself to anybody. Whether I'm better than you or you're better than me, I don't care. I only care about being better than yesterday's star. I only care about being, you know, the better star of Tuesday than I was yesterday. I mean, people need to just worry about themselves and stay in their own lane. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Worry about yourself. Be the best you can be. Be better than you were yesterday. Don't worry about the Joneses. Is that the old expression? Then I just wanted to briefly mention, I had like a $20 offer on some silver jeans this morning, and I'm not ranting about this. It didn't really upset me. I just thought it was funny because the first thought in my head was, are you kidding me? I get $20 for used American Eagle and Gap jeans. Why am I going to give you silver jeans for $20 when I consistently get $35, $40, $45 for silver jeans, you know? I wonder sometimes if some people who shop on eBay don't really understand brands. I'm sure that's the case. I'm sure there's people that shop on eBay who know what silver jeans are, and they're like, yeah, these are definitely even used, worth $40, and they pay it. But then there's probably people that shop on eBay who are hashtag fashion dumb, like I was before I started reselling clothing, and they probably don't understand the difference in the brands. Maybe they don't understand that silver is like a more sought after brand, and they see a ton of American Eagle and Gap jeans listed for $20, so maybe in their mind they think all used jeans should be $20 because they saw a bunch of used jeans for $20, and they don't know the difference between Gap, Old Navy, American Eagle, and silver. That's sometimes I just wonder that. I wonder if there's people that actually shop on eBay that don't know anything about brands. They just know what they find cute, per se, like clothing that they think is cute that they want to wear, and since they see a lot of it for this price, they think all of it should be this price because it's all used, and they just don't know the difference. Okay, so I gotta make a confession. I am gonna have to edit this because there was 2 times where I coughed really, really loud. My throat's so dry today. I think it's because every time we have a change in season, my nose will itch like off my face. Like I just want to scratch it and rip it off. And then my throat gets really dry. So yeah, I did cough. It was really, really loud. So I am gonna edit those 2 coughs out. And I guess that's it. So you guys get out there, have a great May, you know, crush your goals, worry about yourselves, and stay in your own lane. And if you got anything you want to say, go ahead and leave me comments down below. And do me a favor, if you wouldn't smash the like button, I would really appreciate it. If you didn't like the video, you can always smash the dislike button because that helps me out just as much. And if you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We are at Flippin Hippos. Until next time, you guys have a good night.